good.
No, go ahead. You're good.
And we're back. It's Fast Wi-Fi for you with Jay and
Kevo.
Oh, that was a pretty normal one. How you doing today, sir?
I'm living life, keeping my head low, paying bills. How about you?
You sound like you're on the run from a bounty. I'm straight, living life, doing what I need to do, not what I want to do.
Ain't that the truth?
Doing the opposite. Doing what I want to do, not what I need to do.
True that. I need to get like you.
You be alright.
I'm tired of being a puppet in the grand scheme of things. People out there, do what you want to do. Live your dreams.
Sounds fun. Sounds like something I would do. Like live my dreams.
I live my dreams when I go to sleep.
So then, are you ever dreaming?
I don't know.
You may want to get that checked out then, sir.
Nah, I don't dream.
So you're just alive.
Yeah, I just exist sometimes.
Okay.
I be chilling.
Sounds like fun.
When I want it to be. Shout out Germany.
Wow. All right. Let's get into it. So, a couple episodes ago, we talked about pillow talking and how neither one of us knew what it actually meant or what
I didn't say that.
Well, we had very different definitions.
Yeah, I didn't know what you thought it meant.
I didn't know what you thought it went.
You and I have two different definitions of it. No, you said both of us talked about
right before
we didn't know what it meant.
Okay. You got me, sir.
I'm not going to continue this. I'm just stating exactly what you just said.
All right. What's your definition of pillow talk? Go.
I can't remember what I said before, but right now...
It doesn't matter what you said. We're talking about pillow talking now. Stop pillow talking.
I just said... Okay, you got it.
Matter.
You got it. Pillow talking is... I think discussing someone else's business to the person that you lay with.
Okay. So yours is legitimately pillow talking.
But maybe I need to clarify that a little bit more. It could fall under the category for me is like for example, you're with somebody, you guys are intimate, and they discuss intimacy with past partners, or they could be discrediting past partners to you, or about you to someone else. So discussing maybe personal things with people to downplay.
Gotcha.
Or at least that's how I always thought of it, based on how it is discussed in hip hop and rap music.
Yeah, I kind of took it the same way. Really, just like you're talking about stuff that doesn't really directly involve you or need your attention. If somebody's spreading rumors and like you're talking about past relations with other people, I say it's just really like sharing like information that you received in confidence with someone that you're involved with. Perfect example I could think of, Marilyn Monroe, but that's a whole nother story for another day.
We said we were gonna stop doing that.
Oh, no, it's just a conspiracy theory. Like, I believe Marilyn Monroe was killed by the Kennedys because she knew too much and they're tied in with the mafia, and boom. A lot of stuff didn't add up in her death, yo. That's all I'm saying. Like, even after she was found dead, quote unquote, her body was missing for 6 hours. And they were like, oh yeah, she died from sleeping pills. There were no sleeping pills found in her body. There was also no water found in her body that says she drank the sleeping pills. And the scene of her death, All of her pill bottles were like neatly placed on her counter right next to her bed in arm's reach, with all the labels facing in descending order towards the outside, so nobody had to search for them. And before they called the police, they called her doctor, and before they called, and right after the doctor came and was like, okay, yeah, no, she's like actually dead. They called the studio to see if it was okay for them to call the police yet. They didn't call the police until 45 minutes later, and then the police came. So it's just a little eerie, if you catch what I mean.
Not to get off subject, but that also makes me think about what was it, Buster Douglas, the boxer?
What about him?
He was the one who that supposedly died of a drug overdose.
Offhand, I want to say yes.
No. I think Buster Douglas is the one who knocked out Tyson.
Yeah, but isn't Buster Douglas still alive?
Yes,
I don't remember
I'm
him
getting them
dying.
mixed up. We're talking about, or I'm talking about, what's his name? Oh my God, he's the one who lost to Ali.
Sonny Liston?
He had put the Sonny Liston. There we go.
Okay.
Sonny Liston was known to be terrified by needles, but died of a drug overdose with a heroin in his arm and a needle.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's because the mafia, I believe, told him to throw a fight and he didn't, and because there were known ties.
Yeah, I was about to say
with him.
Legit, not to cut you off. I typed in Sonny Liston. It said mystery of mob death. The first name pops up. Sonny Liston was murdered by the mob. Claims hitman's son.
See, yeah.
This is something.
But back in the day, the story was.
Oh, no, I said he died of a congestive heart failure.
There's a lot of interesting things around his death.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
There was a great movie to him that Ving Rhames played him. It was a great movie.
I was literally about to say, if they make a movie, it's gotta be Ving Rhames.
Yeah, it was great. If you haven't seen it, you gotta watch it. It was a great movie. I love boxing movies and boxing documentaries. I didn't see
this movie.
It was really good. It flew under the radar, but it was a really good movie. Sonya from Mortal Kombat 1 was in it too.
I met you. Oh wow.
Yeah, that's her name. Her name will forever be Sonya. She did nothing else that I cared about. She's Sonya. But
I'm gonna look into his.
You definitely watch that for real. Like seriously, watch that.
But yeah,
it's good. I know you like boxing like I do, so yeah. Probably love it more than I do.
But no, Marilyn. Not to cut you off, I'm gonna send you the thing I was listening or watching.
I actually never looked into her death. Truthfully,
it's wild. Like, I'll give you a really quick synopsis about her. Everybody thought she was a dumb blonde. She's actually not even blonde. She's like this brown-haired, freckled girl who, this is the one thing you gotta remember. This is before the internet, before computers. She was taking hormones to get rid of any blemishes or hairs from her face so that her skin was always porcelain. Where did she find that information? Nobody had that. Like I said, she was a brown-haired girl. She was dyeing her hair like 6 times a week, basically every day. I now think about it, they said she was dyeing it platinum blonde every day of the week. Her hair never fell out. She got so many different surgeries on her face and everything like that. So it's like there's a lot of other things about her beauty itself that are kind of weird. But she also had a library of like 600 or some thousands of books. And she was putting on the image of being a dumb blonde, but she knew so much.
Because it sold.
Yeah. She had no problem telling people that, she was going to play the victim when it came to telling about her childhood. She was the first one to kind of do that victim story to win people over. She had no problem saying that she would sleep with people to get where she had to go. Because I was big at the time too. She was tied in with so many famous people, as we know. The Kennedys and stuff had their connections with the mafia and the mobs. And she knew a lot. And I feel like it got to that point where she knew too much and they were like, we got to get rid of her because she's going to tell people. And she had a diary apparently where she was talking about all the stuff that she knew. And she called the White House and told Jackie Kennedy that she's going to be the new first lady and her and JFK have a relationship. And Jackie said, dream about it. And next thing you know, she's dead. There's mad stuff in there. I feel like they should make a movie about her.
I'm sure they've tried multiple times.
Yeah.
But Marilyn Monroe was a very beautiful woman.
Yeah, she was. With weird boobs though.
Yeah, they were really like pointy, like the fembots from
Yeah,
Austin Powers. They look like that.
yeah. And that's what
Not trying to be funny, they really did
and
look
that's
like
what the
that.
part where everybody got confused about her death because when she died, her face was so like swollen. They're like, oh, that's from blood rushing to her head the way she was laying. But she was like the way she was laying was like so perfectly, and it was just weird. Like she already had abused hella sleeping drugs to go to sleep every day, but it's mad question marks about that death that I don't think we'll ever know. So perfect transition into pillow talking.
Yeah.
Which is what I think that's why she died. But I mean honestly, I don't really have I pillow talk before. Yeah.
Yeah, just because you haven't done it doesn't mean someone hasn't done it to you.
Oh no, I have.
I know girls have talked about other dudes. Come on, like
Yeah.
we be lying as men. Men know women do
Oh,
this.
all the time.
It used to make me no. Let me not say it used to. I
I don't care.
Okay, I understand why some women do it to kind of let you know what they're okay and what they're not okay with in the bedroom.
Mhm.
But sometimes it comes from a different place, and some women are just petty. It's just like, dang, like if you're talking about him like
What you
this,
gonna say
like
about me?
Jesus, yeah, like
I always feel like if they're so comfortable saying that kind of stuff, like that's I feel like part of it's their character. It's like, all right, well, you talking so much trash about them, but you were fine with that for how long before you said
yeah,
something? You could have
exactly.
openly said what you didn't like or what had to change. If some things couldn't change, like eating the snack pack, then that's just on them, and you gotta you gotta communicate that, yo. Like legit, and I hate bringing my school into this, but my last paper of the semester is about a couple that hasn't had sex in 2 years, and it's my job to find out why. And everybody's like, "Oh, because they weren't satisfied." I'm like, "Yo, it's communication. Like, it comes back to that. If you're not satisfied, you're not saying anything, you're not talking. If they're doing, say, they're always at work, and you don't see them until the late hours of the night, you're upset. You don't want to do anything. Like,
We talked about this last show.
yeah, there's something else there. It's not just a oh, it wasn't great because we all know things change. People start getting cramps and all other stuff, and yo, you gotta let somebody know. Can't come in there on some wild mess like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna do this then. That's all I can do.
That's why conversation needs to be had ahead of time. But I I don't know. It also goes to like when, from my experiences, when women ask me like, "Hey, who's the best? This, who's the best?" You don't want me to answer those questions because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just an honest person.
Yeah,
That's just who I am, and it's just like when I say it, and now you're mad at me, and this didn't solve anything.
yeah. I feel like some of that stuff should be up to the guy. Like, if you want to say that stuff, like if something happens and you're like, you know what, I gotta let them know that they're the best. Cool.
Nah, that for me that's lying. So
Nah, I'm saying no. If
I'm
you
not
mean
gonna
it, I'm
tell a
not
girl
saying
like,
just
"Yeah, you're
saying
the
it.
best."
Like if you really meant it, go ahead, say it, say what you want to say. But I'm not going to be here like waiting to be interviewed about it because not everything's up for
Yeah.
discussion. Like what I've noticed, and you might tell me if you had this too. Around this age, people don't really ask body counts.
Mm, depends on their maturity level.
It's true. I give you that. I've had two people ask me in my since I've been like 20 something, and I think I remember one of them I told them, and they were like, "Oh, okay." They were cool with it. Another one just was like, I don't want to talk about that. And I was like, I didn't. You asked the question. So why are you upset at me?
Yeah, I didn't make you open
I
up.
didn't open this door. I see what you did there. That was a little double entendre. I didn't open up.
I I must admit I don't mind having the numbers conversation because I'm not ashamed of that. I used to be a person who wouldn't talk to a young lady if she was at a certain place. I still think there's a cap for everybody, but before, if a girl had like three, I'm like, oh, I can't do this. Like, but that's not realistic because some women don't find what they like until like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like sometimes it just takes a couple tries.
Mm-hmm.
And just because that young lady had sex with, okay, you can't even base it off of the number of partners because what if she had sex one time with 8 guys? Does that make her a hoe? And she was in a relationship with all 8 guys? Does that make her a hoe? Like, I don't think so.
Okay, so she was
But
in a relationship. Hold on, I don't want to say unpack. Let's talk about that. If she had sex with everyone she was in a relationship with, and she was in a relationship
yeah,
with 8 guys,
yeah.
how long were these relationships?
Mind you, yeah, I was gonna say, mind you, I didn't give you a time frame.
That's what I was about to say. That's I gotta see because if your relationship is
If we're talking about 8 guys in the span of like 2 years,
yeah, that's
maybe there were choices that weren't the most thought out. But if we're talking 8 guys in your lifetime, that's not bad. Like that just means that you're trying to figure it out.
yeah,
I think.
I agree with that.
But even if let's say she was in a relationship and she got out of one and she's just like, hey, you know what? Look, I wonder what I was missing, and then come to find out, I wasn't missing anything.
So she had rebounds, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I know I went through a very, very short lived phase like that because that's not my life. But I was just like, you know what, man, forget this. You know, I'm single. Like, I ain't go through my whole phase. Nope, not for me.
Yeah, I definitely know that feeling. You know what? I was having this conversation recently. The whole phase, like, because I know we touched on it before, and somebody did ask me, like, how do you know when you're in your whole phase? When you have no interest in one person, and it's over multiple people. That's what it is. Like, you don't want to see yourself vulnerable. You don't want to open up, and yeah. So I hope that answers that question.
I feel like you got to open up more on that because then I don't think I went through a whole phase, but what you just said, I've done, but I didn't have multiple women.
Have you ever had the interest of being with more than one person?
Well, that's never been me.
Not like at once, but I mean like talk to one, text one, FaceTime another.
I tried that in recent years, and that's just not. I knew it wasn't for me, but then I tried it just to confirm that it wasn't for me because I don't have the attention span for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's too much. Why? I don't understand how. And it's funny because I was listening to the Ball interview on Breakfast Club today, but he said he wouldn't take on any new people because how can he give 80% to his sons and then 20% to them? That means he's not giving 100 to either one of them. Which I that resonated with me. And for this specific conversation, how can I give one girl 100% and I'm texting another and sexting another? Like, I can't give everybody 100% of myself.
That's true.
And I like to give 100% of myself. I feel like I am the salesman of my own product and I want you to experience Kevin.
That's true.
You need to know Kevin because if you don't truly know and understand me, you can't appreciate me, and you're more likely to fall for the idea of Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not for that at all.
That's very true. I agree.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's especially with that breakdown of giving that 100%. If at a point in time you don't feel like you can, there's your whole face.
I can't say that I've always given 100% to young ladies, but in the very special circumstance that I'm talking about, I clearly stated to this individual that I was not in any way, shape, or form interested in what they were interested in, yet they did what they did anyway, and I still didn't want that, but they just wanted to try to change my mind, and I kept telling them no. So I feel like in situations like that, people put themselves in bad situations. Therefore, that's not a whole phase. That's That's my point.
I feel you.
But there was a phase of undergrad where I just didn't care as much as I wanted to because I was a little guarded, probably a lot of guarded. But I mean, that's a part of growth.
It's true.
I can admit that, and I admitted it to them, and I let them go because of that. I let them know, like, hey, they didn't like it, or they probably hate me to this day, but I would rather let you go than crush you by holding on to you. I'm not a selfish person in that way. I'd rather see you be great than me or let myself. No. Allow you to put me on a pedestal so you can hurt yourself.
Yeah, that's mature.
Yeah, that's just the way I think. A lot of girls would just be like, yeah, whatever. Okay. You don't have to believe me. I know why I'm doing it. So I don't really care. But that's the attitude that gets me in trouble.
So what you're saying is you're an asshole. Cool.
No.
So what you're saying is you're brutally honest.
Maybe.
So and you're
But to get back to
brutally honest, do you take a pillow talk?
Nah. If a girl asks me a stupid question, I would say, hey, you don't want to answer that. And they're like, yeah, I do. And it turns into a big thing. Then I tell them the answer just for them to be all butthurt. And it's just like, I told you didn't want the answer. Don't ask me questions you don't want the answers to.
It's facts.
But oh wow. I just want you guys to know that I really don't like Jay right now. Yeah, I don't think pillow talking is cool.
Nah, not at all. I feel like there's a difference though when it comes to pillow talking and gossiping. So say for instance you're in a relationship and you and Bay, you just in the bed talking or whatever about whatever. Could be your worst date you went on or some funny story from your past. Something like that I don't think is pillow talking.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Now say like me and you are beefing and you go to her and y'all in bed talking and you're telling her all this dirt about me. Like if it's not just some like, yo, I hate this nigga, he did this. If it starts being real personal, it's like, all right, yo, like you could have aired that out.
Yeah, that's just petty.
Exactly. You could air that out with the person rather than you going to someone else that's going to agree with you and validate you. So I think that's probably where the difference is with pillow talking is that validation piece. That's my interpretation though.
So I think overall our message is people, if you have an issue with somebody, address it with them and
put up or shut up.
Yeah, for real. Like if you can't say it to them, don't say it to someone
there's no
else.
point. You just add in more.
But also people don't put information out there that can be used against you. Put information out there for everybody.
Exactly.
Because you said it, so there's no problem. A lot of y'all need to listen to Gambino.
I think a lot of people just need to have a good idea of life, but
yeah. But that's what we're here for. We appreciate you.
But pillow talking can't be just done with anybody you swipe right on Tinder or super like. It's got to be done with somebody that you actually love and like and really want to be with, and of course aesthetically pleasing. But how aesthetically pleasing?
If it's not beneficial, don't do it.
Say what?
If it's not beneficial,
don't do it.
If pillow talking is not beneficial,
but like, what if they look really, really good? And they want to know. Shit, I just want to know. She a bad thing. From this hell. Oh
but
gosh.
Speaking of pillow talking with bad things,
Kevin,
we need to talk about trophy wives or trophy husbands or trophy anyone partner. You put on a pedestal. Trophy significant other.
Trophy significant other. What about it?
How do you feel about this?
How do I feel about it?
Well, hold on. First, let's. What's your definition of a trophy person?
They're an airhead. They offer you nothing but a body.
Wow.
Sorry, that came out really wrong. Okay, let me rephrase that.
I thought I was the one who.
That was bad.
Okay.
Bad. Believe it.
So, guys, this is Kevin speaking. Just wanted you to know that Jay is the one who said airhead, not I.
Okay. A trophy is something that's nice to look at. But it's a memory of something. It's nice to look at. You don't really care much about it, but you do recognize and acknowledge, oh, that was a great time. You know what I'm saying? I say that as I look at my trophy because I'm like, oh, I remember that time. I remember every moment of when I got that. But it's there. I'm not going to like dust it off every day and pick it up and go appreciate it. It's nice to put on my mantle though.
I guess we're a little different because when I
You're
think
thinking of
trophy
airhead.
person, I think
An
of
airhead.
someone who is sought after, and you are the one who's winning because you're with that person. But you don't really care what else they offer because to you, she's a prize. He or she is a prized
The
possession.
reason why I wouldn't disagree with that, and I would say that that's actually what we're both saying the same thing. I of course used the analogy, but you gave it the actual.
Yeah, I know you used an actual
Yeah, like the
like
trophy.
trophy. So I just wanted for people who may have not caught what Jay was saying. I
The
just
nigga
said it the way I
translator.
did. I didn't say
No, but
that
it's,
you
it's true
did.
though. Like if people sought after it, but and I'm not saying like any girl that's not sought after is perfect. Like no, of course somebody's gonna want you know somebody or the person that you're looking at. Somebody else is gonna like them or think they're attractive, and that's just what it is. But if it's a known thing, like all right, all they offer is a body. There's not really much else going on up there. That's why I said airhead because it's like I'm not getting anything of substance here. It's nice to have. It's nice to put on my arm. Nice to tell people, yeah, I got that. Cool. And so that's where I come with the trophy. Because when you think about it, not to make it all deep again, if you open up a trophy that like has those little lids, or if you look into one that doesn't have one, there's nothing in there. It
It's
just looks
hollow.
nice, but you're not gonna open it up because you know it's nothing in there. So it's like, why waste my time? But have you ever had a trophy? Well, yeah, I had a trophy wife, but have a trophy girl, boy, whatever.
Not intentionally.
Not intentionally. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Not
Have you intention?
intentionally.
Well, wow, I was about to ask you the opposite.
Thanks for listening
No,
to my answer. Let's just ask a question that
no, I was like, I
completely
already had the follow up ready, and
disregards what
then
I.
I was like, wait, he just literally just said that. Have you ever tried talking to somebody just for their aesthetics?
No. Well, I can't say not just for their aesthetics because they have to be aesthetically pleasing to me because I'm seeking them
Mm-hmm.
out. Let's just clarify that now. I don't believe that anybody will talk to someone they're not
No,
attracted to.
absolutely not.
We all have different interpretation of
Mm-hmm.
attractive. So if you say like, oh, it's not about the
You're a
looks, you're
liar.
full of it because you have to be able to. You have to see something.
Mm-hmm.
You have to see something. But I have never intentionally sought out like an Instagram model because I know her clout is
Mm-hmm.
real and I have to add her to my bag to prove a point. I know dudes like that and I think it's distasteful, it's disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
But to each his own. If that's what you're into and you want that attention, hey, do you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ladies too, if you want to date that muscle head, do you.
Yep.
But I mean, that's not my cup of
No,
tea.
not at all.
That's why a lot of women they don't believe me. Like women I've dated, they'll be like, "Oh, well, you'd leave me for da 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 da." No, I wouldn't because I'm in a relationship with you for a
Yep.
reason. So, if you feel that way, then sure. Or maybe you're putting your own thoughts on me. I don't know because I feel like a lot of my ex girlfriends would have left me in a heartbeat for like whatever celebrity crush. I can honestly say that if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I will not leave you for my celebrity crush.
Absolutely.
Because if I'm with you, you were there before I got access to this celebrity crush.
Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, and I'm gonna say this now, and I know Kev, you're gonna agree. As big as we get, still gonna leave you for Janae Aiko. It's like,
Oh
nah,
snap! I love me some Janae. I love me some Janae. I love me some. There's a lot of women I'm not gonna look. I constantly get glances from people because of
I
the
love how you,
women that I
I love how you
love.
throw this
But
over to people. That's gonna walk yourself
like
into a
I
corner.
constantly get told I have a billion boos, which I don't think I have
Nah,
a billion, But there are a lot of women in the media that I am very fond of.
Oh yeah, everybody has a celebrity that they look at. They're like, yo.
Yeah, I feel like most people have one. I don't have one. I have a lot. Maybe like, okay, maybe I do have a lot, but I
No,
just
you
love
have a
women.
lot.
I genuinely,
No.
I know. I love women, bro.
Hold on. Let me tell you about Kevin. I'm not going to even air you out that bad, but it will be a time we'll be talking about whatever. He'll bring up some random C-list movie with one person in it. And he'll be like, yo, do you remember Daniela Algardo? And I'm like, who's that? And he's like, yo, it was the joint that was in that Spider-Man spinoff about Venom. Remember?
But you have to remember, Jay. Now, for everybody out there, I love movies, and if I really bang with a movie or an actor or an actress, I will be able to tell you their name, the character they played in the movie they were in, because I love movies and I love women. Man. So what he's saying is not an exaggeration.
It's so hilarious because I'm just like, yo, I wouldn't even think of that.
Because most people look at me like, what the hell are you talking about? And I'd be like, oh yeah, that's right.
You're not going to get it.
But like, there's a lot of women that I genuinely love. Like, off the top of my head right now, the first person that's all right, so I am in love with Zoe Kravitz. Like, I loved her mother. Oh, yeah. So the fact that she exists, and Lenny Kravitz is an attractive guy. He made a beautiful daughter. Like, I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I can say Lenny Kravitz is attractive. His daughter is
you perfect. Remember his wife? Well, his baby mother.
His baby mama was the eldest on the Cosby
Lisa
Show.
Bonet.
You know how many men would kill for that woman's just to lotion her? Like,
floss her teeth. Y'all know how many people will floss her teeth? Because I know I would.
To catch her like food crumbs. Like, that woman was the pinnacle, and she still definitely is. Another woman who I love so much is Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, most people say like, oh no, you didn't always like her. I loved her when she was in Low Down Dirty Shame. Not a lot of people know that movie, but if you look it up right now, Jada was in that movie and she was freaking fly. She was a little bit with a little fiery attitude. So attractive. I love Jada Pinkett Smith.
That's facts.
And it's funny because now I think about it. One of my never mind.
I'm so done here. Oh my gosh. Wait. Oh snap. Time out. Oh my god, I'm forgetting her name. I gotta pull out my phone. I gotta remember her name. Yo, who looked better, Lisa Bonet or Zoe Bell?
I'm sorry, I like literally had a coughing fit. You said Zoe Bell?
Well, that's her whole name.
Who's Zoe Bell?
Lisa Bonet, Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
Oh, Zoe Kravitz, gotcha. I was gonna say Zoe Bell's funny looking. Like, what are you talking? Like, what? Ew, like, no, look up Zoe Bell. Just look up Zoe Bell.
Oh, her full name is Zoe Isabella. That's why she always put Zoe Bell. You know, now look at her again. I don't like this new version of her.
No, really look up Zoe Bell. Like Zoe Bell. No, look her up.
Okay, guys, let's appreciate this fond moment for you to plug Blast Chat. If you haven't downloaded it, I'm upset. Because the people that have downloaded it and have said, yo, thanks for bringing me here. Oh my god. Okay, threw me off with. So for the people that did go download Blast Chat and you're enjoying this amazing app, be ready for 2018. It's going to be a big year. Blast Chat. Okay, Zoe Bell.
Yeah, she's the one from Hateful Eight, bro.
Oh my gosh. Oh, she's a stunt woman.
I think. Or she was a stunt woman, yeah.
Okay, I'm not that bad.
I think she was the one in Hateful Eight, though. The daughter. Or not the sister.
Zoe Bell and Kill Bill.
I don't want to ruin Hateful Eight. I just watched that recently. I knew it. So she was the one in she was in Tarantino movies.
She was in Grindhouse. She was in Django. Oh yeah, she's a Tarantino.
Those are all Tarantino movies. Yeah.
That. Hansel and Gretel.
That's the one where the girls. Oh
Oblivion.
shoot, what's her name? Whip It is the
Roller.
remember the roller derby joint. Yeah, with Shorty who was in
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Last of
yeah,
Us.
yeah.
I don't know why I can't remember her name right now, but
Mercenaries.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I just knows all of the Tarantino movies. I don't know what the rest of these are.
Yeah, but anyways, back to
Yeah,
Zoe.
she's never done.
Another side note, you know how have you been watching
Of
Everyday
course.
Struggle? Nah, you know the Migos were making the
Hmm.
parody video, right? They should have cast Zoe Kravitz to play Nadeska.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah. Do you see the picture with her in the green like dress that's like slit in the middle?
Zoe.
Yes.
Oh, I gotta look. I gotta look at it. I don't remember seeing it.
I'll send it to you. She looks kind of like Nadeska.
Zoe Isabella Kravitz. Mm,
I'm gonna make sure
yeah,
you're looking
send
at the
that to
right
me
one. I'm
because
putting it in
I
the
gotta
group.
make sure I'm looking at the right one. Hold up. Side note about that Migos video thing. Yeah, how come they got the Puerto Rican Joe Budden? Like,
That dude voice was annoying when I actually like
oh,
heard
I
the
didn't even
clip.
listen to
Like,
the full clip. I heard parts of it, but I was driving.
yeah, on today's episode, they actually like
The full clip.
showed the clip. Yeah,
Okay, that picture. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just weird for me because it's like you're making a diss about somebody, but you kind of just perpetuated.
You know, I don't even want to get into that. If you guys want to talk or listen to that, go to Everyday Struggle. Back to women. And you know, that's not even what we're supposed to be talking about. I love women. If
Oh,
everyone doesn't know,
dang!
I love women.
I just peeped what you typed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but how do we get from Trophy Wives to Zoe Bell and Lisa Bonet?
Well, Zoe Bell was an accident, but
Oh my
Zoe
god, that
Kravitz,
the
she's
wording of that
just.
was horrible. He said Zoe
What did
Bell
I
was an
say?
accident.
Oh snap!
That
That's
is,
not what I
hold
meant
on,
in
is
any
it
way,
wasn't
shape, or
Lisa
form.
Bonet with
I meant like
uh um my man's Aquaman? I
huh?
swear on everything she was with him. And I know I'm not tripping because I remember seeing them together, together. Jason Momoa. Yeah,
Momoa.
they got kids, my
Oh
boy.
snap! Oh my god!
Okay, this is sick. I don't want to read it like this.
They're
Jason Momoa
married.
revealed he first saw Lisa Bonet on TV as a kid and said, "Mommy, I want that one." They got married in a secret wedding. Oh, they got married like last month. Oh wait, no. They got what? It was widely believed that they got married in November 2007, but they just confirmed last. I'm sorry, this is like breaking news for us over here. Oh snap!
My
That's
mind is
crazy.
blown. He's taking a picture with his stepdaughter.
He's 11 years younger than her. Okay.
I mean, that's not that bad. It could be worse. It could be like Ashton
I didn't.
Kutcher
I
and
never
Demi
found that
Moore. That
bad,
was
and the reason why I
disgusting.
didn't is because she didn't look that much older than him. I don't really have a
Nah, that
problem
was
with
gross to
age and
me.
relationships. Even though I had a this
Age ain't nothing but a
okay
number,
R
but no, it's a
Kid
fact though.
Kelly.
But not in terms of
No, of
breaking
course
the
not.
law. But I think
Use your word carefully here.
sometimes women go through no people go through a midlife crisis and they do weird things like Mary Kate and Ashley, whichever one is with that like old grandpa
Oh
mod
yeah.
dude. I almost said a swear
Oh,
word. Who's with the
yeah.
older guy? That's disgusting. The way he handles her in public is very forceful and rapey
Rapey
looking.
looking. Okay.
Have you ever seen him like hug her
No,
and give her a
I don't
kiss?
really care about her.
It's really uncomfortable. I saw it in like the picture looked very uncomfortable. It looked really forced. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it
Yeah,
because it
I
makes
was
my
just
stomach
thinking,
hurt.
I'm like, oh, this.
But like, I don't know. When it comes to like 58-year-old men talking to like a 19-year-old,
Yeah,
that's
that's a little
disgusting.
gross.
Like you were early 40s and she wasn't born. No, I'm kidding. You were like, oh god, I don't want to talk about it anymore. That's nasty. But
Oh, so I had a conversation literally just about this topic today at work with some people I'm not going to mention, um, and they were saying that having a relationship with someone younger than you isn't a problem. That's a minor, and you're an adult. And this is the rationale: high school, seniors messing with freshmen.
no, I never
No, no,
did
I
that.
know
That's
you never did.
disgusting. To me,
Exactly. Okay,
that's
we're on the same boat.
disgusting.
So, nope, that discussion's over with. Just making sure I wasn't the only crazy one.
Yeah, like
Like, I don't
it's a
care.
wrap because I find that disgusting when older men seek out freshmen. That means to me and guys, I'm sorry if you take offense. Actually, no, I'm not sorry if you take offense to this. If you feel like you need to talk to freshman women, that means you
Yeah,
don't have game.
you're waiting until they're
I
deceitful
think that
and.
people seek out younger people because they are not competent enough to get people closer to
Only
their
reason I'm
age.
disagreeing with that is there's age difference, but I also look older, so I can't deceive people.
No, 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 no. Think about this. Think
Oh,
about what
wait,
I'm
wait, wait!
saying.
It popped in my head. You're talking. This is the exact image I got. Senior dude, Letterman jacket, varsity team. He walks up to the freshmen when they first come in, and they're like, "Oh my god, a senior! Oh, he's a captain of blah blah blah," and they know that they'll do anything for them. Yeah, that's gross.
Yes,
That's a power dom. That's a power dominance. You're just using your power and your popularity to get someone. My thing is,
exactly. So then this
yeah, no,
conversation
no, no,
doesn't
it
need to
doesn't
go
have
any
to. The
further.
only thing I say is that that idea changes once everybody's an adult.
No, but I was gonna go into this. No,
Understood?
I don't know. I don't want to go into this, but I will say that yes, it's disgusting for a 21-year-old to talk to a
Yeah,
16-year-old,
bro. That's
but I think it's still weird for a 25-year-old to talk to a
really.
20-year-old. But then we approach 30 to 25,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
think,
that
and
bad.
that's what I was saying. The sliding scale changes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we have to go a lot higher though. Not like so 21 to 16 nasty,
Okay,
25
I
to
don't start
20.
my scale.
I think once she can
Yeah, I
drink,
was gonna say
it's
I don't
okay,
start my
and
scale
she's not far.
unless one, their third year or second year of college, or two,
Yeah,
they can legally drink.
yeah.
So
Now, and all my friends know that straight up. They used to laugh, but my rule straight up is if I can't take her to the bar, I don't even drink anymore. But if I can't
yeah, I
take her
don't
to the
want to do
bar,
that because you got to remember
uh,
it's not just the bar. It's a lot of places you can't go.
exactly. There's a lot of things I like to do where you need
Yep,
to have an
you
ID,
can't come with that.
and I mean that in the most non
Hold your
inappropriate
idea to
way.
the camera.
I don't do casting
Say your
calls. I
name
don't
for the
do
camera
strip
one time.
clubs. Like I like to enjoy finer
Yeah,
things, and
son.
I need someone who enjoy just I don't know. My mind just works differently. Like I find it very nice to go to a museum or an art gallery and just interpret it how interpret what you see how you want to. Like I find that
Kevin over
just
here
that
speaking
I don't
game to
know if
himself.
it's just class.
Kevin, you like you're not in a relationship, my guy. You don't got to spit game to yourself. We already talked about this in episode 1 through 9.
I'm not spitting game on
Perfect
myself.
example though, and this is crazy. I don't know if y'all have it up there like that, but it was a bar. It was a hidden bar, so like it comes off as one thing, but it's actually not. So like comes off like a laundromat, but it's actually a bar, night bar, club thing. Mad dope. You had to be 23 to get in. Guess how old I was at the time? No, I legit just
21.
turned 23 the week before. And it
Oh,
was
that's
crazy
funny.
because it didn't hit me until I like went in. I was like, wait, there comes a point where I couldn't get into certain things even after 21. Now, say I was like, oh, I want to go on a date and go here, and the person's like, oh, I can't get in. What do you mean? I don't want to go to the bar with the I just got home from college
Yeah.
break for first semester and go crazy.
Exactly. Exactly.
I want to go to
Exactly.
this place where
Exactly.
it's adults, it's chill,
Not saying that with age
maturity, because
comes
it really doesn't.
maturity, but I like scenes where people just think differently. Like I like people who actually think or know how to effectively communicate with one another. Like I need to I need to be
Yeah.
stimulated mentally with people that I'm around. And that doesn't just mean in a sexual way. Like I like to be stimulated mentally. Like
Well,
when it
what
comes
about
to
racially?
conversation, I don't want to talk about I love being around people that I don't
Are you okay with
understand their
talking about
culture.
race in a relationship? Okay,
In what
say for
way?
perfect example, you're talking to your significant other about um what's happening in Israel and Jerusalem and how Trump moved the capital and now you're
That's
right, that
more
is political.
political.
Okay, let's scale it back even more. You're talking
Yeah.
about police brutality, talking about being pulled over by a cop. You're explaining what it feels like, what things you have to go through, and the other person doesn't understand and disagrees and says, "No, you're taking it the wrong way. You're being really negative."
Do I like to have
Yeah,
conversations like that? Yeah. Because there's a part of me that likes making people feel uncomfortable when it comes to conversations. Yes, it's immature, but like I like shock.
this is a this is a low key, like it's not part of what we were going to talk about, but I just thought of this when you were saying that. Have you, since you've dated outside of the race, have you ever been pulled over with your girlfriend or a person you were talking to?
I thank my higher power every day that I have not experienced that, but I do have friends who've literally it's happened to them and they came to my house and like literally sat down and was telling me like
Mm,
what happened. One of my friends literally the only reason he got off is because his mother is a
mm,
dispatcher.
interesting. Because I'm thinking, I'm like, yeah, I'm
Crazy.
thinking like, if I'm on a date with someone, they're not black, it's an interracial relationship, and I get pulled over, what happens? You know what I'm saying? I love how you skated
I
around the
know
first part of
people don't like us to say this.
that.
I don't think we have enough
I think we
time to
do.
get into that
We
conversation.
skipped the other two.
We really don't.
What's the other one?
Nah, I don't. I still don't. That would be an entire freaking episode
Nigga, we got
because I have a lot on this topic. I have a lot. I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of opinion.
all right. So what you're saying is this has happened to you.
I have
Mm.
experience.
I think we.
I haven't experienced the specific thing you stated before, but I have a lot of experience in terms of things that we'll get into when we talk
Okay,
about that.
I respect that. Um, what else you got? You got any questions for the week? What's your goals going into this week, man? We ain't do this in a while.
My goals going into the week. I need to learn. No, I'm not gonna say that because they're not gonna take power from my creative freedom. I need to operate in such a way that allows me to be my best self without messing with my integrity.
Hmm. Okay,
That's probably the best way I can put that out into the universe.
I respect that.
Yes. I needed to check myself
Hmm.
because just because are not necessarily found of a situation does not mean you need to add fuel to the
Hmm.
fire. Not saying that you shouldn't be yourself, but it's only going to make it harder for yourself if you make it obvious that you're not okay with something. If you want to be upset about something, operate in the shadows.
It's true.
Not trying to tell anyone out there to be sneaky or anything, but like if you don't like something, change it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Or if you're in a situation where you feel like you need to be in that situation for
Hmm.
whatever reason, be your best self to everyone else. Continue to perpetuate positive energy, but just know where you want to be and plan to get
Hmm.
there. That's what I mean by check
I
yourself.
respect that.
That's probably the best way I can put that. Because you know what I really want to say, but that's the best way I can put that, to continue to discuss things in a way of positivity, like we always do with everybody out there listening right now. I want you guys to think that I think I'm better than anyone, or that I'm perfect, because I'm definitely not, nowhere close. But I would like you guys to learn from my experiences, like I did from other people growing up.
That's facts.
Yeah, man. This episode went like
It really did,
seven
though.
different ways. For all the people who are still listening right now, like who literally go through this entire episode, like go through the ups and downs with us,
Hey,
I appreciate you a lot, because like I feel like the good content always comes at the end, and most people's attention span is in like the first 25 minutes. So shout out to
no, a
you.
lot of people actually do listen. I was checking, stat stuff here and there. They do listen to the full episode. Shout out to,
That's what's up.
I'm gonna say his name wrong. I see one. I'm not, I don't know your whole name, but you know who you are. They listen to every episode in 7 days. I appreciate that.
Wow. Holy Jesus. I don't even listen to our
Like, I was
episodes.
like, what? I really appreciate. That's
Whoa.
crazy.
You know what? Who's this person? Give them a better
I'm
shout
about
out
to-
than that.
Hold up.
Said person, if you really enjoy our content and you listen to it that quickly, just for you, because you're so dedicated, please send us like a question you may have, or
Yeah, I would send
just
merch to
talk to
them
us.
for that. That's crazy.
Yo, no, seriously, like that's crazy. Like I really appreciate that. We do have fast Wi-Fi stuff that just hasn't been out there, that was created a while ago. But like, yeah, get in contact with
That's
us.
crazy. All right.
And everybody wondering
Oh,
about
wait,
the social
hold on,
medias
hold
that they haven't been as active,
Let me
that's
give them-
totally my fault.
Wait, you said what?
I said, for all the people wondering if like the fast Wi-Fi brand, as far as like Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, hasn't been out there like that. Jay's been super busy, and he's asked me like a billion times to get on that, and I suck at social media, and I just have not been doing that. So
Definitely.
totally my fault. I take
It'll
full
change. Don't worry
responsibility.
about it. We don't point blame here.
Speaking of which, I did find someone who was interested in managing
real?
our social media accounts.
All right.
No,
Well,
dead serious.
all right. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is the person that I see. All right. I see one. They just listened to 5 this past week. But this person is the one that listens to every one in 2 weeks, and I'm so pissed now because I'm trying to find through their profile, but they were using an iPhone. So if you have an iPhone, and I'm describing, if you know your user number from SoundCloud, I don't want to give the full number because I don't know if this could be used against you. But the last 4 is 4437. Whoever you are, you follow us on SoundCloud, you subscribed, you liked every episode, you've listened to every episode in a week. Please, please, please shoot us an email, DM, something.
Yeah,
Yo,
we'll get in contact with you. Like, we
that's
appreciate
crazy.
your dedication. We appreciate everybody who tunes in. But you guys are like really putting in
Okay.
work. Like,
International
man.
shout out because we're getting some more international people. Slovenia, we see you. Ukraine, Australia,
Hey.
Switzerland, Germany, Croatia, Belgium, Pakistan, Bosnia, Herzegovina.
Wait,
Herzegovina.
Herzegovina?
It's by Bosnia.
Where is
I
that?
guess because it said Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Oh wow! Shout out to everybody there. I'm not familiar
United Kingdom
with that
and Russian
area.
Federation. Shout out to y'all really listening to episodes. And shout out to the US, of course, because that's where we got the most listens everywhere. Cities real quick. I kind of want to do a tour, yo. I want to go like.
I was just thinking that in my head. Like, I was literally, get out my brain, bro. I was literally thinking like, yo, I would love to come out and talk
you know what?
and answer questions live. That'd be so
I
dope.
got info on that. Don't say anything more.
Okay.
I gotta stop you before you reveal. Top cities. I'm gonna give it top 5 cities.
I bet money number one
New
is Jersey. Yes, of course it is. Of course it is.
Ashburn.
Of course it is.
South
Shout out
Plainfield,
NJ.
San Jose. I don't even know nobody in San Jose. Shout out to y'all. Mountain View. I don't know them. Damn, my city came in at like number 10. Plainfield don't love me. Baltimore is up there.
Hold on. Oh, where's Syracuse?
Let's see. Ooh,
Disrespect.
dude, Bosnia is above Syracuse. Miami's above
Wow.
Syracuse. New Brunswick, Detroit, Fort Lauderdale, Philly.
We got people
Pause.
from the D.
Dover.
Hey, shout out.
That's Jersey. Sarajevo, Bosnia, Syracuse.
Wow.
Yo, Syracuse don't love the kid.
315. I'm very disappointed in y'all right now.
New York.
But I'm very disappointed in y'all.
Yeah,
right
I don't.
now.
Yo, Bronx. Yeah,
Bowie, like
Bronx is up
Bowie.
there.
Oh wow.
Yo, shout out to y'all.
Shout out
We love
G5G.
y'all, man. My goal for this week is to continue being the most authentic self that I can. That's it.
Word.
I don't
I
have much
respect
else. Like I'm in a great space right now. I'm good. So yeah. All right. So
Peace, love, and prosperity.
we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the outro right this time. A lot of people were mad about the last episode's outro. That's
Yo, I don't even remember the last outro.
Headphones on the ground.
Because you were being ignorant. I told you I had to go to the bathroom.
You didn't even do that. You just was like.
I did do that. Okay,
I
I need
don't
to
know.
go
Somebody
back
said
and
you
listen
didn't do
before I
it,
say
but I
it.
don't remember.
I could have sworn that you're talking about my usual phrase. I'm pretty sure I said it because I looked
Probably did.
behind me
Okay,
when I
anyway.
said it.
So if you're looking to check us out somewhere, find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Blast Chat at Fast Wi-Fi for you. You can check our episodes out on SoundCloud. You can check them out on YouTube. You can check them out on your podcast directory or on your iPhone, on Stitcher, on TuneIn Radio, on Player FM, and on Google Play. All devices matter.
Man. And before I start my bit, I will say that this episode better not have an explicit tag because we did not use one swear word. This is the first episode. Nigga. I'm pretty positive.
Dicks.
No, well, you just did. Oh my goodness gracious!
You know we get the explicit. Okay. We get the explicit tag.
I made it through this whole episode not saying anything.
It's because we're black. No, I'm joking. No, we get it everywhere because I think I don't know. They don't want.
Because we're an ethnic podcast.
Like, they're black.
Oh my God. Yeah, you were thinking it?
I love that movie.
Yo, I watched that movie a billion times. But anyways, so you already know, guys. I need you to get up out your seats. Or if you're already standing, find a mirror. If you're not home, that's cool. When you get home, I need you to look in the mirror and tell yourself you are beautiful, you are handsome, and you can achieve everything that you want to. This is Fast Wi-Fi for you. Forget all stress today. We invent funny ideas for you. I'm Kev. That's Jay. And we about this motherfucker. Wow, you cursed there. Good job.
You really didn't have to do anything.
I had to. We're going to get an 8 regardless. So, I mean, like, whatever. That's true.
Yeah, it's really, that means really good effort.
Good try, little nigga. All right. Oh, man. All right. That's it.